The grocery bill is higher. The electric bill keeps creeping up. Rent, gas, insurance, everything costs more. But your paycheck or benefits don't stretch the way they used to. And if you depend on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, or VA benefits, every single dollar matters. One unexpected increase or cut can change how you eat, how you heat your home, and how safe you feel financially. This video is about you, your budget, your family, your future, because buried inside the latest Social Security 2026 updates are changes that could quietly reshape your monthly income. Some people may see relief, others could face disappointment, and most Americans don't even realize what's coming yet. Here's the scary part. Inflation doesn't wait for government decisions. Your bills rise automatically. Your benefits don't. That gap is where families feel the pain. So today, we're breaking down what the shocking COLA changes could mean for your SSI, SSDI, and VA benefits. In plain language, no confusion, no hype, just real impact. Stay with me, because the biggest twist comes later, and it affects millions. COLA doesn't always match real life. COLA stands for Cost of Living Adjustment. It's supposed to protect your benefits from inflation. Sounds great on paper, but in real life it often falls short. Why? Because the formula used to calculate COLA doesn't always reflect what seniors, disabled Americans, and veterans actually spend money on. You're paying more for groceries, rent, medical care, and utilities. But the COLA formula weighs things differently. That means even when inflation feels painful in your wallet, the official numbers may show smaller increases. The result? Your benefits rise slower than your expenses. And over time, that gap quietly erodes your buying power. Here's what makes 2026 especially important. Inflation has been unpredictable. Housing and healthcare remain expensive. Energy costs fluctuate wildly. Food prices remain elevated. If COLA comes in lower than expected, millions could feel squeezed even tighter next year. And this isn't just about numbers on a chart. It's about whether you can afford prescriptions, keep your home comfortable, or help your family when emergencies hit. Mini summary: COLA exists to protect you, but the formula may not be protecting you enough. Now let's talk about what that means for real people like you. How your monthly check could change. Let's make this real. Even a small change in COLA can shift your monthly budget in ways you immediately feel. If COLA increases less than inflation, your groceries cost more, your rent rises, your medical copays increase, your benefit barely moves. That means your purchasing power shrinks, even though your check technically went up. If COLA increases more than expected, you may see slight breathing room, bills become more manageable, emergency savings become possible, stress eases just a little. But here's the emotional truth. Most families already live close to the edge. A $30 or $50 difference per month isn't small. It's groceries, medication, or gas. This impacts SSI recipients, SSDI beneficiaries, and veterans differently. But everyone feels the pressure. The uncertainty makes planning difficult. You don't know whether to cut back now or wait. You don't know whether help is coming or not. Mini summary: small COLA changes create big emotional and financial consequences. And now, let's dig into what SSI households specifically may face. SSI, the most vulnerable, feel it first. SSI supports some of the most financially fragile Americans: seniors with limited income, disabled individuals, and families living on tight budgets. When COLA changes disappoint, SSI households feel it immediately. There's often no backup income, no extra savings, no room to absorb rising costs. Common pressure points include rent increases in low-income housing, utility spikes during extreme weather, rising grocery costs, transportation expenses, prescription copays. Even a tiny shortfall forces hard decisions. Do you skip fresh food, delay medications, avoid doctor visits? These are real choices families face every month. If COLA increases are modest in 2026, SSI recipients may struggle to keep pace with basic living expenses, especially in high-cost regions. This isn't about luxury. It's about survival stability. Mini summary: SSI households have the least margin for error when COLA underperforms. Next, what about SSDI recipients who rely on steady income to manage long-term disabilities? SSDI, fixed income meets rising medical costs. SSDI beneficiaries face a unique challenge. Medical expenses often rise faster than general inflation. That means even a normal COLA increase may still leave you behind. Think about specialist visits, physical therapy, medical equipment, insurance premiums, transportation to appointments. When healthcare costs rise faster than COLA, your effective income shrinks. For many SSDI families, the benefit check isn't optional income, it's survival income. Missed adjustments create ripple effects, delayed treatments, postponed repairs, and added stress. If COLA in 2026 underestimates healthcare inflation, SSDI households could feel pressure almost immediately. Mini summary. Healthcare inflation makes SSDI families especially sensitive to COLA changes. Now let's talk about veterans and why VA benefits are closely tied to these same adjustments. VA benefits, honoring service with financial stability. VA benefits often track COLA changes as well, meaning veterans are directly affected by these updates. Veterans depend on predictable income to manage housing, healthcare, and family responsibilities. Many veterans live on fixed budgets and face similar inflation pressures. Housing costs, medical care, transportation, family support obligations. When COLA fails to keep up, veterans may feel financial pressure despite having earned these benefits through service. A weak COLA increase in 2026 could quietly erode veterans' purchasing power, especially for older veterans on fixed incomes. Mini summary: VA households rely on COLA just as much as SSI and SSDI families. Now, here's where things start getting interesting. The signals around 2026 aren't simple. What the numbers are quietly signaling. Inflation data has been volatile. Some months show cooling, others spike unexpectedly. This makes forecasting COLA more uncertain than usual. Factors influencing projections include energy price swings, food supply disruptions, housing shortages, insurance cost increases, medical inflation trends. When inflation behaves unpredictably, COLA estimates can miss the real pain households feel. That's why many analysts warn that official averages don't always capture everyday costs like groceries and rent. Mini summary: unstable inflation makes 2026 COLA harder to predict and riskier for families. But now, wait for it. There's a twist that many people overlook. COLA can trigger hidden costs. Here's the part most people don't talk about. When your benefits increase, some expenses can increase too. Potential ripple effects include higher Medicare premiums, income-based benefit adjustments, changes to assistance eligibility, tax thresholds for some households. So even if your COLA rises, part of that increase may get absorbed elsewhere. This means your raise may not feel like a raise at all. For some families, the net gain could be much smaller than expected, or nearly zero. Mini summary: COLA increases can sometimes create hidden offsets that reduce real gains. Now, let's talk about how to protect yourself. What you can do right now. Even though you can't control COLA calculations, you can prepare strategically. Smart moves include reviewing monthly expenses carefully, building a small emergency buffer, tracking benefit notices, watching Medicare premium updates, monitoring cost changes in utilities and groceries. Knowledge is power when money is tight. Small adjustments today can reduce shock tomorrow. Mini summary: preparation helps soften financial surprises. Next, let's talk mindset and emotional resilience. The emotional side of financial uncertainty. Money stress affects sleep, health, relationships, and confidence. When benefits feel uncertain, anxiety rises, and planning becomes harder. Recognizing that stress is real helps you manage it better. Stay informed. Don't panic. Focus on what you can control. Mini summary: your emotional health matters just as much as your budget. Now, let's bring everything together. Big picture snapshot. COLA protects income, but not perfectly. Inflation remains unpredictable. SSI, SSDI, and VA households face unique risks. Hidden offsets may reduce real gains. Preparation reduces stress. Mini summary: awareness creates stability. Next, why staying informed matters more than ever. Why you must stay updated. Policies evolve. Numbers change, new proposals emerge. Missing updates could cost you money, planning power, and peace of mind. Mini summary: information equals financial control. Now, the final message: hope, not fear. Change doesn't always mean bad news. Adjustments can bring opportunity and awareness. Prepared families adapt faster and recover stronger. Mini summary: hope comes from readiness. If this video helped you understand what's coming, protect your future. Like, subscribe, and stay connected for ongoing updates that affect your wallet and your family. Your financial future deserves attention. Your family deserves security, and your voice deserves to stay informed. This isn't just news, it's your life. See you in the next update.